got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still...
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Steelers and the Colts on Sunday Night Primetime.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL. Guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. He's going to keep this again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Now a first down carry for Harris to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He's going to go up top again. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you go play a big-time game, especially when you have...
Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. These playoff games have a tendency to be
magnified. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the... Very nicely done.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 12-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. To the air on first down with Pickett. Pickens on the slant. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the give, this is Harris. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Pickett now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Pickett back to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 4 yards out. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent game and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Colts have taken the lead. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Now, once again, Kenny Pickett leading his offense out. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pickett to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he brought it to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Colts.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. And he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 72 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Here's Johnson with a reception. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. Here's Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pickett will look to throw it here. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
False start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett lost it.
And the Colts pick it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith
from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here's Tommy Townsend now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. That's complete to his tight end fire move. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Pickett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm
we're seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd and 15. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wildcard weekend. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And it's the Baltimore Ravens who will continue on as they were able to eliminate the Cincinnati Bengals. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively. They make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they start in the best of all positions. First and goal. To the air on first down with Pickett. Touchdown! George Pickens from 10 yards out. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got this down to the 35.
Holding. Offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
Third down.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's the option, running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year.
The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone, makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throw complete. Pickett to Johnson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run. Here's Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They run again with Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Holding offense. That penalty is declined.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Pickett. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pickett back to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A good pickup there, 26 yards. first and 10. Taylor now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the
Can you show line up later?
Now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And Gay knocks this one through. And it will push the lead up to 5.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Kenny Pickett in the Pittsburgh offense set to go to work once again.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and solo moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly. Got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abukum showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Samson Abuka drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yes, exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Agnew now to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Indy set to go on offense once more. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Illegal block in the ball. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be an 11-yard pickup. He does it himself, and it brings up 2nd down.
On the 6.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Gay's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. 1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They were starting rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here. And they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught downfield by Pickens.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And he comes back with one complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35.
Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
And that flag accepted.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Pickett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Samson Abuka bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw, Pickett. Man open is Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Pickett to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Finding Harris over the middle. Pickett trying to get his guys up quickly to the line of scrimmage. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Najee Harris from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On second down, it's Taylor. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.